Welcome to 843 TV, coming to you from the USCB Bluffton campus out in front of the beautiful Hargrave building. Today we're going to be hearing from faculty and students from the English and theater programs. Joining us first in our first segment, we have Dr. Mollie Barnes. She's the Assistant Professor of English. Also joining us are senior students about to graduate this May, Sam Raley and CeCe Codling. In our next segment, we have Libby Ricardo. She's Assistant Professor in Theater. Also talking with us is Maddie Wilkinson, a Liberal Studies major. So stick around and join us for this episode of 843 TV, where communities come to speak.
(843 TV), where Bluffton comes to speak.
Where Spring Island comes to speak.
Where Hilton Head Island comes to speak.
Where Beaufort comes to speak.
(843 TV),
where communities come to speak. Welcome to 843 TV. Today we are coming to you from USCB Bluffton in the beautiful Hargrave building, and joining us is Dr. Mollie Barnes and two senior students, Sam and CeCe. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
So nice to be here at USCB. It's such a beautiful campus, and it's been growing quite rapidly, as I understand. And Dr. Barnes, you are in charge of the English department.
I'm a member of the English
Member of the
department.
English department. Share a little bit about the English program here at USCB.
So the English department is a really robust department on campus, and we offer a variety of majors. So students can earn a Bachelor of Arts degree in English, and beyond that they can pursue a concentration in professional writing or in creative writing. And we're excited to start mentoring students to earn a Bachelor of English, and that has a secondary English language licensure, and we'll begin launching that very soon. Beyond that, students can also earn minors in literature, creative writing, or professional writing.
So two of the students here are seniors, going to graduate coming up in just a few months. I know that's got to be exciting. And Sam, I understand that you were part of a special program in Washington, D.C. just recently. Would you share a little bit about that program that you were involved in?
Yeah, so, I think it was around last January or February, Dr. Barnes contacted me about this opportunity to intern up in D.C., and I sort of jumped right into that and got all the applications filled out and everything. And basically what the run-through was we had an interview up in Columbia, and after the interview they said, okay, you're in or you're out. And then after that we got our placements. And mine took till about, I think it was August before I knew what office I was going to work in. I ended up getting in with Congressman Ralph Norman, 5th District, replaced Mick Mulvaney in June in the special election. And what I did up there, I just worked in the office, which daily office activities were giving tours, making sure certain documents got where they needed to go, writing memos, stuff like that. But outside of the office, I lived in a house with 11 other people, 10 from schools across the state of South Carolina, and then one grad student. Each one of the 10 from schools from South Carolina had their own placements. So there were 3 or 4 others that were on Capitol Hill, and all the rest were working off. And so, that was a unique living experience there, but I also had tons of neighbors from all around the country that I, would go and hang out with after work. And
I'm sure it was an unbelievable experience for so many reasons. Like you said, the housing experience, living with others, and being in D.C. last year with a newly election year just taking place. So what are some of the big things that you took away from that experience that you find might be the most valuable as you look forward to graduation? And
I think, one of the biggest things I got out of it was more of a development of communication skills. I'm sitting there answering phone calls all day to angry constituents, and You know, luckily we had some always calling, you know, getting on a first name basis with you, but basically being able to come out of that almost able to talk to anybody. You know, I got to spend time with a congressman on a regular basis, and yeah, it was just a unique environment to be in.
And those skills, like you mentioned, are going to be extremely valuable, and no matter where life takes you after graduation, just to be able to handle calls and different interactions with different folks. So we'll get back to you in just a little bit, but let's talk with CeCe a little bit. You're from California.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been out here for the last 4 years.
Yes.
How have you enjoyed your experience? With quite a different culture, going from California to a little low country of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Share a couple of highlights.
I grew up by the beach, so I wanted to keep living by the beach, and that's kind of how I found USCB. And I was planning on transferring originally, going to Columbia like a lot of students do, but once I finally came here and got in with the program and met the English department professors and the students, I just really found that this was my home and that I didn't really want to transfer, and I'm glad that I stayed.
I'm sure you've developed a lot of good friendships and relationships, being that it is a smaller environment here versus the large campus. So I'm sure that's helped you along the way.
Oh, yeah.
Now tell us about the major that you've been involved in here at USCB. Tell us what you've enjoyed about the English program.
Well, here at USCB, we do study all the canonized literature that most schools study, but here we really try to reach out to other works from people from all walks of life, which really broadens the perspective that we have in the classroom and really fosters a good discussion in the classroom because we have smaller classes, so we can really learn from each other and as well as our professors, which I find to be really useful because hearing from other people that are reading the same stuff as you and hearing how they think about it can really change your perspective and give you a different way of looking at things. I've also enjoyed that being an English major has set me up with skills that I can not only apply to work, but as an individual, just critical thinking, analyzing things, just stuff that really helps you form an opinion, which I find is really important in today's world especially.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dr. Barnes, share with us then, as the students graduate, what kind of careers might they be able to pursue with an English major?
I think the English major sets students up to do a diverse array of professions. And of course we have graduates who've gone on to do kind of expected lines of work. So we have a lot of educators, we have some journalists, we have students who've gone on to graduate school and library school. We have some freelance writers, but we also have students who take the skills that they've been learning in our class and go on to do a lot of things that we might not expect English majors to do. So we have graduates who are working as managers and owners of small businesses, we have real estate agents, we have people who sort of take a turn and go back to school and study other things, including medicine and law. So there are lots of things that our students go on to do. And one of the things that I'm most proud of in our department is that unlike many English departments that think of the career question on the defense, this is really something we pride ourselves on. So our students really begin thinking about what they want to do with their degree as early as their first year and their sophomore year. And we've built that into the curriculum. We have a whole course devoted to an introduction to the field where students start thinking about professionalizing themselves. And as they get older, they can participate in a range of other courses and extracurricular activities. So we have an editing and publishing practicum that students can take. And the students who are involved in that are in charge of publishing the two publications that USCB has, The Pen, which is our award-winning literary magazine, and the May River Review, which is our critical journal where students publish their scholarship. So I'm really happy about that because I think that it's something that distinguishes USCB from other campuses.
Sam, as you look forward to graduating soon, and we've talked about some of the career options, what do you see as your next step? What are you interested in doing?
So my entire plan, basically the whole of my college career, has been to go to law school afterwards. And I just got hired as a legal assistant up in Beaufort for a local law firm.
Great.
And so I think I'm going to take a year off in between my undergrad and law school and try and travel for a little while.
There you go. Great. That's a great thing to consider doing for sure. And what about you, CeCe? Are you planning to stay in this area?
It kind of depends on what options I kind of have. I'm keeping everything open. I'll probably go back to California just for a little bit, just to find my footing, and then go on to something. But I mean, if I'm presented with an opportunity right out of school to move somewhere and start a job, I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't take it.
All options are up for consideration. So if there's a student watching, considering USCB, considering this major, what would you tell them based on the year's experience you have had now?
I would say do it, because here at USCB, the professors aren't just your professors. They actually are invested in you as a person, and they actually do care about you. It's not like in most universities where it's like 100 people and then the professor, and they walk in and walk out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you only really get to talk with them during office hours. Here, it's like we're all family, you know? And it's like if you ever need anything on a personal level, these people are always here to help you. If you ever need to talk about stuff, these people are always here to listen. I mean, it's just so much more than a university, you know? Yeah,
that's some great things, and thank you all for sharing, and good luck to the both of you as you finish up your last semester, and you all stay right here. We'll be back with more 843 TV.